that have been here. And the pools are opening soon from what I hear. So get excited, get back in the water and pursue your dreams. And let's take this year in stride and move forward. Alexander Pratt will have lane number 8. We just saw Nathan before that from Laval in lane 9. Alexander Pratt is from trains at UBC. Stanford Lee from Montreal, Point Claire Swim Club will have lane number 7. Next to him will be the veteran, 29 years of age, Jeremy Bagshaw. He's been on off the national team for almost a decade. Now studying medicine over in Ireland. Graduated from Cal Berkeley after his distinguished career down there. Michael McGilvery, 18 years of age, from Regina. Next to him, the man that's been having a fantastic meet. Maybe he can give this standard a run. Peter Brothers, 24 years of age, training at the University of Calgary. Originally out of Victoria. Young man that's also having a great meet. Alexander Axon, 18 years of age, swimming out of the Markham Aquatic Club with Coach Sean Baker. Raymond Doman will have lane number 2, 20 years of age. He likes the open water swims, the 5 kilometer, the 10 kilometer. Eric Brown, we saw, had a stellar 1500 meter freestyle a couple days ago when he won, 18 years of age, out of Point Claire Swim Club. And rounding out the field, Sebastian Paulins, 22 years of age. We mentioned he's a recent graduate at the University of Western Ontario. Swims for the Brantford Aquatic Club.
Well, you mentioned Eric Brown, and boy, what a 1500 he had with a monstrous half-a-minute personal best. He was 4th in the 400. He'll be cheered on by the folks back home, and he'll be down near the bottom of the screen in lane number 1. In lane 0 through 9 starts on the camera side. And there you see Peter Brothers, who won the 200 and won the 400. In fact, that's Eric Brown. There you see him in lane 1.
Yep. Brothers is the guy in lane 4. Yellow cap. There he is.
Take your marks.
It's great when they wear a cap that we can identify easily. So nicely done. Peter Brothers in that yellow cap, in the yellow lane closer to us. And he again has already won twice at this meet. Beside him in the other yellow lane is Michael McGilvery, the 18-year-old.
The standard to break is 7:54.31, which means they basically got to be averaging around under a minute, 59 seconds basically per 100 if they're going to be able to get to that, because the first 100 is usually significantly faster than most of the other 100s would be able to dive on it. So it's a question of pacing, where they're going to be at. Michael McGilvery going out very, very fast. This is a little different because he didn't look that strong in the 1500 meter free. Maybe he's saving for this race, but he's going to go out after it. Peter Brothers is very controlled. Nice long stroke in the middle of the pool. But there's Eric Brown down on the bottom. He's going to go right after it.
16 laps, of course, so they've done 2 of them. Knocked off 100 meters from this 800 meters. It was McGilvery at 156.7.
Look at that, a blanket. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 guys, 6 guys at this particular point. I can guarantee it will not be like that in 300 or 400 meters from now. Some of these guys are going out a little bit too rich compared to some of the other swimmers.
Again, the Olympic A standard is 7:54.31. That's the time they're trying to hunt down.
And really, if you take a look at the splits now, they're already over 30 seconds, which means they're over a minute for 100 meters. I mentioned during the women's race that some of the athletes like the negative split, come back faster than they go out the first half of the race. Well, these guys are definitely going to have to do that if they want to hit the standard, because they're a little bit too slow right now if they're aiming for that standard.
It looks like lane 1, Eric Brown, who had that brilliant 1500, is slightly ahead now of Peter Brothers.
Brothers had a good kick in the 1500 meter free as well, or in the 400 meter free, I should say, so we'll be able to see what they can do. Eric Brown, what I should explain, the reason Eric Brown is down on the bottom of the screen is that the swimmers are seated based on their best times. The fastest are in lane 4, and then it kind of alternates sides. Second fastest, lane 5, then back to 3, then over to 6, etc. So Eric Brown, because he didn't get a posted time in 2020, his career was just starting to take off in 2019. So his best time was definitely 6th, 7th, 8th best time. He would have had a big jump in 2020, but never got a chance. So that's why he's in one of the outside lanes. He was also in one of the outside lanes in the 1500, if you remember, Rob, and he was able to do very well from the outside lane and move on up and have that great performance and win the race.
So he is near the lane marker on the left side and slightly ahead of Peter Brothers. There's not much of a gap, but Brown's going to touch at 300 in 2:57 and 5.
So yeah, if they're going to pick it up really well at the halfway mark, then that's great. Otherwise, they're just a little bit off the standard. But again, for sure, particularly in the case of Eric Brown, he's only 18 years of age down here at the bottom. So he's certainly gunning to see how close he can come to the standard now. But the beauty for these guys is, because of the COVID delay, it's only 3 years to the next trials. It's not 4.
By the way, Byron, Eric Brown passed 800 meters at 8:07 when he did the 1500, so he's going to want to be there about 13 seconds quicker if he has a shot at it today. And obviously, it's a different animal. Absolutely,
but he's got confidence that he can at least get out there and do it. Attack it, I should say.
So it is Brown, and then way over in lane 6, Jeremy Bagshaw. And in lane 4, Brothers. Not much to separate the top 4 here, though. Just a little bit of a lead for Brown.
Yeah, they certainly have separated themselves from the rest of the field, which we did expect was going to happen. Way over on the left, Brown. Then you got Axon. Then you've got Brothers. And then on the far right of that crew of people, you've got Jeremy, the veteran, Jeremy Bagshaw. The early leader, McGilvery, has definitely fallen off the pace. He's not on the screen, as you can see. So there, another shot of it. Brown in the bottom. Axon, nice timing by Alex Axon. He was behind these guys, and now he's getting right up to them. So he's actually got some pretty good splitting going on. 30.2, you can see down in the bottom there, the splits. He's got one of the fastest ones along with Bagshaw.
It is still Brown at 450. He came through in 4:28.7. Not getting much space, though, on the other 3. Axon stuck with him for most of the 1500 the other night. So it's going to be Brown, then Bagshaw, then Brothers, and then Axon.
Well, and this will probably be the final race for those 2 guys at the top. Jeremy Bagshaw and Peter Brothers. I think they're both retiring after this, especially Bagshaw, 28 years of age. But the 2 young ones here, Axon in the middle and the blue cap, and down at the bottom, Eric Brown, they will be representing the future. And of course, as we've said about the women's 1500, the men's 800 is the first time ever at the Olympic Games in Tokyo this summer.
Bagshaw is not far behind Brown.
And take a look at those lap times. Bagshaw had the best one, so if this keeps up. But what happened in the 800, a little bit different than the 1500, there's a little bit more energy usually. And the last 100, bit of a wagon race if you're into it. They start really kicking fast and turning over their cadence. So we'll see where they can go in another 100 meters. They got 200 meters to go.
Half a body length separating them right now. Brown's going to flip at 6 minutes dead, and then Bagshaw is about a second behind him.
Well, the national record is held by Ryan Cochran. Ryan Cochran was an unbelievable, strong figure for Canadian swimming. A couple of Olympic medals, many international competition medals, gold medals at Commonwealth Games, gold medals right here at the Pan Am Games. I mean, he carried Canadian swimming literally on his back from 2006 or 7 right through to 2016. He was that dominant and that great of a swimmer. So kudos to you, Ryan, if you're watching. You did a great job for Canadian swimming. These guys are following in your footsteps the best they possibly can.
And of course, Ryan Cochran never had the chance to compete at the 800 at the Olympic Games.
And he would have been fantastic. It would have been another couple of medals for him, I'm sure.
Eric Brown is right now channeling his inner Ryan Cochran as we approach the 700-meter mark. He has got a 3 body length lead. The bell sounds. He's got 100 meters to go. Brown, who won the 1500, is in the lead and in the driver's seat big time here in lane 2. Eric Brown.
That was the last 100 meters others that was way faster than the other swimmers. He's dropping under 30 seconds, so he's probably going to be very close to negative split in this race. He's coming home very, very strong. Notice how powerful the legs are at this particular point in the race. They're driving him forward. Good arm pull. It looks like Axon may be able to take over Bagshaw. Going to be a nice little battle for those two for the silver medal. Brothers has fallen off the pace back into fourth.
Well, he would need a sprinter kind of time here to get there, but he is giving it everything. 7:54 is the Olympic A standard. He's not going to get there, but what a back half of the race for Eric Brown. He's going to match up his 1,500-meter gold with an 800-meter gold, touching in 7:59.87. In second place is Alexander Axon. He gets his second silver of the games. And it was Bagshaw in third, maybe his last race at a Canadian Olympic trials, almost certainly.
I'm always so impressed with these guys in the longer races and the women in the longer races. They absolutely kill themselves, finish, and within 30 to 60 seconds, they look like they're ready to go again. They're so fit. There's Jeremy Bagshaw, the veteran. I think he wanted to give it a go, tried for that standard. Wasn't quite there. This is the young man of the future, Eric Brown, doing a fantastic job. His coach, Martin Gingras, at Point Claire.
About 5 seconds back, Byron, that's it. And he's early in his training and planning and working ahead.
There are very few teenage guys at the Olympic Games. Canada obviously has several of them that'll be going to the Olympic Games with that next gen program that is really panning out. Eric Brown, I think, missing that last year of training in and out of the water, etc., probably held him back a little bit. Whether he would have got the standard or not, moot point at this point, because he's certainly got a good career ahead of him.
Well, he showed his speed by placing fourth in the 400. He showed his endurance by winning the 1,500, and he showed it again at the 800-meter distance with a win in 7:59.87, the only athlete to go under 8 minutes.
It's a nice barrier too, Rod.
Well,
and to get under 8 minutes. It's quite a nice barrier to get under right now.
And more than 12 seconds shaved off his personal best, lifetime best for Eric Brown. And he eventually will be making his way over to chat with Devin. But boy, oh boy, what a race that was. And it took a while for him to kind of show it. The first couple of laps, we thought Peter Brothers was in there, but then it was Eric Brown, and he is now standing by with Devin.
Thank you, Rob. Eric, you win the 1,500. You put down the performance of your lifetime in the 800. How did you do it tonight?
Oh, really? Last one, fast one, you know. I didn't really have any expectations going into that one. So just see how fast I could go. I wanted to go out quick, and that's exactly what I was able to do, and I just kept holding that good pace, so yeah.
Eric, these long distances are so grueling, and you're able to turn it around and lay it down like you did tonight. How did you rest, recover, and then put forward this performance?
You know, yesterday, day off, all I did was just rest up. I had a swim in the afternoon, make sure I got the blood flowing. You know, it can't just stop working, so did a bit of pacing yesterday, but yeah, had to make sure I felt good today. All
right, here's the family again. Let's go to them right now. Hello to all of you again. It's great to see. Let's see those T-shirts. I don't know if you had them last time, but let's see the T-shirts. Why don't you show them off? How good is that? Let's go to the family right now. Another outstanding race for Eric.
Yes, it was. He swam so well. We're so proud of him. Also want to say at this moment, just thank you to the coaches and the club. They've worked so hard to make everything happen, especially throughout this past year. And Eric works really hard, but to get there, he needs the help with the coaches and his teammates and the support of the club. And I want to make sure they get credit for that too.
Beautiful message there. Maybe some words from you, Eric, about the support you've received.
Oh, really? This year, I've been lucky to have the opportunity to train, you know, thanks to my teammates, really, and the coaches. We've only been a group of 6, 7, and then we added a few later on in the year, but really, we've only been able to train with a few people, and those people being there at practice and the coaches really means so much, because without them, I wouldn't be here today.
You got that taste now, Eric. You've had some success here. What do you do with this moving forward?
Oh, really? It's just you keep training and work for the next goal. Obviously, you celebrate a bit, happy about this moment, but you got to look forward into bigger things.
How much have you, and for how long, Eric, have you imagined the Canadian Olympic swim trials? Was it what you imagined? Obviously not, because we're in a pandemic, but it is the bright lights and the big stage, and you were able to deliver.
Yeah, you know, it's finally here. Last year, I thought I was so ready for this trials. I was so pumped. And when I heard it got pushed back, I was really bummed out, but I think it really just gave me a chance to get better and show what I'm really able to do here today.
You know, there would normally be a lot of people, your family would normally be here, a lot of fans, and there's a lot of young swimmers across this country who obviously want to be in the pools, but what would you say to them on the final night, final race here at the trials, Eric, about keeping going, keeping pushing forward?
Oh, really? You just have to, for me, as soon as I put my mind to something, I know I'm able to do it. So it's just really believing in yourself, believing in your goals, and knowing what you're able to do. And I think that's super important just to keep in mind while you're swimming and training.
I think that's a perfect way to end it right there. Congratulations. More to come from you, Eric. Well done.
Thank you.